Guys, Mamash, thank you. It's a great scene. It's a great scene. It is. It is. Baruch Hashem. I feel like really at home. Mamash. Thank you, Erez, Mamash, for making this happen.
Thank you for coming.
It's a wonderful, wonderful scene. And I mean, I could go on and say like lots of words about Simchat Torah and Hoshana Rabbah, but I think the essence of whatever I'm going to say is basically that I'm just like happy to be a part of this. I'm sorry. I could like say more words about that, but it's just, yeah. But like that's the essence. It's just like these wonderful people sitting together. I'll tell you what. There's a male moment that I'm not sure. It's Israel, so you can talk about male moments. You for the past 6 days, you have to say that in Israel. There's such a thing. You take your little etrog, you go to shul, and you start doing Hoshana after Hallel. And you may see this from the women's section. You start like, it's a beautiful Hallel, and then you start doing Hoshana, take out the Sefer Torah, put it in the middle, everyone like veers towards the center, takes 3 steps and gets stuck. You know what I'm talking about? You all go around in the circle, and the circle like doesn't move, and everyone's like, oh, can't go anywhere. Does anyone know what I'm talking about?
Traffic jam.
Yeah? It's like a traffic, it's like a jam. Everyone's stuck, right? And I think it's such a unique moment. Have you seen this from the women's section too? You're walking around, it's like, oh, that's it. If you don't, check it out tomorrow morning. In 2 hours, you'll see it. Like you start going around, and then everyone's stuck. I think that's part number 1. Part number 2 is that in theory the trajectory of the Chagim, of the Yamim Noraim, is that you have Rosh Hashanah, which is Yom Adin, and you start getting your act together and you start working on yourself, hopefully, like if we didn't remember to do Ella, getting your act together and then approaching Yom HaRachamim, which is Yom Kippur, and finally like, let out a sigh of relief after Yom Kippur and say, okay, fine, we're good, like we're all clean, we're all done. And Sukkot is supposed to be a time where we're all like just together, meeting friends, meeting family, singing happy songs. And Hoshana is like a time in the middle, in the morning, where we're leaping, we're yelping out like Hoshana, like something desperate. And it's all like the happiness of Hallel, and after there's the Musaf, and then later on you sing in the Sukkot, and there's like 10 minutes or 5 minutes of like screaming like Hoshana, like save me. Okay, back to happy. Right? Finally, only on Simchat Torah, there's a hidden holiday called Shmini Atzeret, where there's no more of that angst, the anxiety of the, oh no, what's going on? That's part number 2. I think a big part of both of those issues, one getting stuck, saying the Hoshanot, and also like the anxiety of the Shana amidst all the happiness, is that when we're trying to go around by ourselves, like when you go with your lulav and etrog and you say, I want to complete one like hakafa, and like now it's number 2 tomorrow. It's like number 2. I want to complete the second hakafa. Like I have to do my round here. Then we all get stuck. And when we accept that we're all in a circle, like we're all moving together. The circle is in an infinite movement. We're all in this together. Then we can calm down and slowly let go of our lulav and etrog. Hold the aravot. In the morning, we're holding the aravot and do 1 hakafa of aravot. Say, Kol Yisrael aravot zelazeh. In the evening, we're holding each other. That's what we're holding. No more of my mitzvah trying to get that done. We're holding each other. That's Kol Yisrael aravim zelazeh. And we're taking care of each other. Like, that's what we're holding. That's like the true, real asset that we have. That's why I'm saying that we're all here together, singing the Sukkah, and we're just like, we have each other. Like, Baruch Hashem. That's like the true simcha. Not holding our mitzvah and trying to get it done. I mean, it all builds up to that. But the epitome of the whole process is holding each other, saying that we're all here together. And that's the secret chag. The secret chag, before that came, this is like 1,000 years before Simchat Torah, is Shmini Atzeret. Now what's unique about Shmini Atzeret is that there's no real strong mitzvah, as opposed to Pesach, which you have like a gazillion mitzvah. Like you have the matzah, and you have the seder, and you have the maror, and you have the korban Pesach. And Sukkot, which is packed with mitzvah. Packed, like we have like the lulav, and the etrog, and the sukkah, and the tefillah, which are full of like nostalgic moments of thinking about the Mikdash, what they used to do in the Aravot. Shmini Atzeret, before we introduced, Am Yisrael introduced the Simchat Torah. Shmini Atzeret is just a day. It's a holy day. No mitzvah. It's just sitting together or dancing together, and that's it. And for me, what that represents, I'm wondering if this resonates. It may not. For me, what this represents is that when there's a connection, there's ups and downs of a connection. We know this with each other. There are different parts of our connection which are symbolized with different mitzvot. Because like, when you have a connection with someone, then you have the time when you want to strengthen a certain part of the connection, when you want to live together, when you want to raise kids together, when you want to get angry together and like reconcile together. There's different parts of a relationship which are all symbolized by different mitzvot. I don't want to go through all the different mitzvot, but each mitzvah, like the Zohar says, is a tzevet, it's a vet. You connect people to each other through the mitzvah. You connect with Hashem with a certain aspect of your relationship through the mitzvot. Shmini Atzeret, like the Midrash says that Shmini Atzeret is like after there's a whole feast of the Beit Mikdash and the Shivim Parim, like the Shivim Amim come to Beit Mikdash and we participate in the feast with all different Amim. There's one day that Hashem says to Am Yisrael, okay, this is just me and you. So what are we going to do together? We're just going to be together. That's it. We're just going to be together. No attribute, no special mitzvah. We're just going to hold each other and be together. That's Shmini Atzeret. That's a special day where there's no special symbol. It's just the heart of the connection. And if you look at the Erez al-Kadosh, the holiest day in the year is Shmini Atzeret. It's not Yom Kippur. The trajectory is Elul, then Rosh Hashanah, then Yom Kippur, then Sukkot, and the final part of the whole roller coaster of the Chagim is Shmini Atzeret. That's the height. That's the epitome of all the Chagim, because it's just the core connection. It's a part of the connection where you just sit with a partner, or with your son, or with your daughter, and you just sit together silently and holding hands. That's what it is. When your connection is strong enough that you don't have to distract yourselves with going to like the Disney World together, or going to a restaurant together, or making conversation. When your bond is strong enough, so it's just sitting together. That's Shmini Atzeret, which often gets lost because of Simchat Torah. Because we're happy that what we give to Hashem, our present to Hashem, for giving us Shmini Atzeret, is we say that we're learning your Torah. We finish your Torah. Like, thank you for giving us today. We're giving you back some Simchat Torah. But before Simchat Torah, there's Shmini Atzeret, just being together. And I think that's what's powerful of this. It resonates with what's going to happen in the evening. Because we start with Hoshana Rabbah, dancing with Aravot. But really, it's about us being together. Often, because we're so lost, engulfed in social or anti-social media, one thing which struck me as very, very powerful, like scary powerful, is when Facebook came out with their Oculus. That's their VR set, the first VR set they came up with. They invested in an ad. I think it was like the whole thing was like 50, 60 seconds. And this is Facebook. Like each second they pay like $3-4 million for each second. And the first 10 seconds of the ad was a woman sitting on like a bed in like a spacious apartment, and she calls up a friend to say like, we're gonna like jump on the VR in a moment. She says, yeah, I got a new apartment, no roommates, it's all me. Great, let's go, let's hop on. Then they do the VR thing together. And the subliminal message is that alone is good. If you're by yourself, that's like the best, because like it's the most comfort. But the more comfort we have, the more alone we feel. Because we used to go out to the river and do laundry together, right? Now we all have laundry machine in our house. We don't need each other for that. So the less we need each other, the more we can vault our way to happiness. The more comfortable we are, the more alone we are. The more alone we are. And we think we're moving towards comfort, but we're really moving towards loneliness. And I think that's where the antisocial media is trying to drive us. As long as we're by ourselves, we're going to use Facebook and Twitter and WhatsApp more. We're gonna need it more, and then use it more. But the true epitome of the Chag is when we celebrate togetherness. Both togetherness with Hashem, which at its core means that you're never alone. You're never alone. Never, never, never alone. I mean, some people feel alone because they're not in a relationship. Some people are in a relationship and they still feel alone within the relationship. And the true core message of Shmini Atzeret is that you're never, ever, ever alone. Never, never alone. Never. It's hard to believe. But 3 times a day, we stand in front of Hashem and we try to believe what He tries to tell us, that you're standing in front of me. I'm really, really, really always with you, be'emet. That's one core message of Shmini Atzeret, that you're really never alone. And the reason that we can't satiate our loneliness with different mitzvot and with different relationships is because at the core, we aren't alone to begin with. That's one core connection that we have to forge on Shmini Atzeret, that we have Hashem. Hashem be'emet is with us, be'emet. And the second connection is that we have each other. That's what we celebrate, the mitzvah of dancing together. Sometimes with nothing in the middle, sometimes with the Torah in the middle. It's because we have each other be'emet. That even if we have nothing to talk about, even if we have plenty of awkward silences, because what we celebrate on Simchat Torah is not only the black letters of the Torah, it's also all the white in between. That's the awkward silences, the places that we don't have what to say. It's part of our connection. And when that silence stops becoming awkward, that's the core relationship. That you have to have that before you write on the Sefer Torah, the black and white. You have to have the white first. You have to have a connection first. That's what we celebrate today and tonight. I guess you can say tonight, that we have each other, be'emet. We have Am Yisrael. So Baruch Hashem, that's why I said the core is that we have each other. It's just an honor to be with great people together. Thank you for putting it together, Erez. Baruch Hashem. Thank you, Mamash. Baruch Hashem, Erez. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Baruch Hashem.
Erez the Kodesh.
Can we have some awkward silence now?
Yeah, awkward silence.
There was 2 seconds of awkward silence.
Yeah, I know. Some people can't do it. We're not a shooting.
We're doing it.
We're still on a show.
שבט אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב